society and life overall. I think overall the biggest components of like what distinguishes you on the food chain is kind of like honestly where you work, what type of job you got, how much money you make. That's kind of the basic. Think about one of the first
I hear what he said.
like it goes back to like I say, it's like I'm this type of nigga. I'm the nigga that fucks bitches. So whenever I'm around a bitch who ain't down, it's just it don't. I'm not the nigga that's gonna pander to you. Like we not compatible.
Yeah.
So this shit gets so deep, but it really comes down to that identity. Like, bruh, you can change your identity. I was just watching another video. It's a great point, but he's like, one of the biggest ways to really make change in your life is you gotta move. You gotta get away from old people, old friends, old family members who keep trying to keep you contained to what they see you as.
I like that.
Oh, you're not that type of guy. You can't tell me what type of nigga I am. Like, I'm not who I was 3 years ago, 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah.
If I wanted to change right now, then I'm not the same.
Yeah.
And when you're in a new environment, people aren't constantly trying to compare you to the old self. They just go, oh, this person. Let's just say I'm gonna stop pessing. I go to a new environment and I talk differently. And it's like, oh,
Yeah.
but if niggas who feel like they know me or they know me and I talk different, then they just he's trying to act different and this and they're constantly trying to pull you back to the identity they have. So shit gets so deep, but you got like a time limit, time from 4:30. Like, how do I climb the food chain without using social media?
Social media. That's a good one.
Gym, I mean, biggest way too is like nigga, just you gotta find a way to make some money. So make some money, do that to distinguish yourself. That's another thing. Like the quote unquote food chain is different in different environments. Meaning, I was top of the food chain, let's say on campus, but then let's say in Burger King, I was at the bottom of the food chain, where it's like I'm the new person. I don't know what I'm doing, so niggas is showing me how to work here. But in this environment, at the party scene or when it came to the YouTube shit, I was top of the food chain. But when it came to this environment, I'm on the bottom of the food chain. So food chain is situational, but just in society and life overall, I think overall, the biggest components of like what the food chain is kind of like, honestly, where you work, what type of job you got, how much money you make. That's kind of the basic. Think about one of the first things people say when they get to know you is like, oh, where you work. And that kind of lets them know where you are on the food chain. If I said I work at Burger King, people are naturally going to think of me differently if I say I'm a doctor.
Yeah.
I'm a this type of person. So where you work, the type of job you have is on it. Social circle, kind of how you feel. Like
I feel like the regular guy, but most men, they work the 9 to 5 Monday through Friday night, Saturday night. They go out club bar, whatever. So it's like in those situations, how to climb that ladder. I feel like when you go into clubs or bars, if a lot of people know you, a lot of people want to shake your hand, say something to you. It's like that's a I don't know the right word, but it's like a positive. It's like a lot of people know him. I wonder why does everybody know him? Why does everybody want to talk to him or take a picture with him? Why does everybody want to get a drink with him? Why is there social proof of like he's the party. I need to get to know him.
in that club.
Exactly.
He's someone legit. He's someone.
And it's like you know, besides not looking the part, but nigga looking good, haircut, or going to the gym, being physically appealing, and then it's like, how do you conduct yourself? Are you just? We've seen situations where it's like niggas just too thirsty to where it's like girls don't even. Why would a girl want to eat? Why would a girl accept your drink? You tried to buy every girl in the club a drink. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that thirsty shit. Got to cut out the thirstiness. Awkwardness. I remember you talked about in previous podcasts of like you're talking to a girl for too long. You can't take a hint of like, nigga, she's not replying to. She's not giving you the same amount of attention that you're showing her. And also, it's like, for foundation, you gotta choose motherfuckers to choose you. The bitch looking at you. She gave you the sign, so. But yeah, that and definitely one thing, like, there's somebody that everybody calls to see what the move is. There's the one guy that's like, oh, what's the play tonight? What, like, where is that tonight? Is it going here? Is it going there? It's like, there's always the one guy like George. That's how I look at George. Like, what's happening tonight? You doing something? Let me know. Keep me tapped in. So it's like, if you become like that kind of guy, that's a social like ladder that indicates like, damn, a lot of bitches know, a lot of niggas know George. Where it's like his value, you have to be tapped in with George. If you tapped in with George, you're gonna be tapped into whatever vibe.
So it just comes down to value. And all these different things communicate your value. If I say I work at Burger King, you go, he's not really valuable to society. If I say I'm a doctor, you go, he's a valuable position in society. And then going back to, like I mentioned, with desires, like everything also just revolves around desire. All of these different things, the more value you have, it makes you more desirable. When you're a doctor, that makes you more desirable. Not only do you make more money, but you have some skills that are super valuable compared to anybody who flip a burger. You learn specific skills on how to get the
anybody can flip a burger.
Social media is kind of like a digital resume. It just kind of showcases your status or your value or whatever. So,
and like what you said was at the beginning, I think you said you gotta find a way to do that. Because how you can showcase how you can showcase your status without the social media. 9 times out of 10, when somebody listens to you, they look at what you got on. If you see a nigga with a Rolex on, it's like, okay, this nigga got that on. He got nice shoes. He always in a suit and tie. Why is he always in a suit and tie? What does he do? I need to talk to him. He looks or sees.
So, advice on how to navigate being celibate in this day and age. How to form a relationship with God being the foundation. I got a genuine God-fearing woman that I plan to make my wife. My main love language is physical touch.
Bro, man, talking about love languages.
So I'm asking for advice on how to still show signs of affection and love so that she still feels appreciated and loved without the sex. I appreciate it.
So yeah, there's a difference between celibacy and virgin. Yeah, so it's like if all of a sudden she's celibate with you,
she wants to put God first.
She didn't.
She wants to put God first. Like, how do I show her affection without physical touch?
For one, is the celibacy coming from her side or his side?
I think they both being celibate. It's something that they're doing together as a team.
Okay, realistically, they both came to this nigga, you know the motto. He's hosting his chicken now.
My thing is, well, no, you don't want to give her dick though. My thing with like, and this goes back to, oh my god, I love this game. Like, I just saw a nigga do this video, bro, and that's the thing. These niggas. But a nigga was like, he said something like, this is the difference between toxic and good. A toxic man, he wants to receive love, and a good man wants to show love, something like that. And it's like, yes and no. Because it's like, this is how I look at it. Oftentimes, the way a man shows love is indirect, whereas the way a girl shows love, traditionally, is more direct. Meaning, when I work, that's me showing love to my girl because, nigga, I'm bringing in money for the family to take care of the family. So all the hours I put in, nigga, at work, is an indirect way that I'm showing love directly to my girl because everything that I benefit from at work is benefiting the family. Whereas when she cooks for me, she's directly showing me love. And I think oftentimes everything masculine is demonized, but it's like, nigga, they want to try to feminize niggas. Oh, you're not doing basically acts of service for your girl. You're not showing her love. And it's like, nah, my nigga, me working hours is a way in which I show her love. So, to touch on this, like, how do I show my girl love and affection? Nigga, by climbing the food chain, by becoming a boss. That's the greatest way, nigga. The greatest way I was able to, nigga, take care of my family, which is, nigga, I just heard LeBron speaking on this today.
What LeBron said?
That nigga said, a lot of people got the definition of discipline wrong. He's like, his definition of discipline, he's like, he literally said this is like, basically, he's like, you gotta abandon your family. Like, you gotta be willing to push your family.
Discipline. People use that word so loosely. When it comes to discipline, it's like you have to
Can't believe anything Brian say.
sacrifice loved ones for a long period of time if you want to be great. It is very unfortunate sometimes you have to sacrifice loved ones in order to be great because they don't understand. I am getting up every single day at 5 or 6 a.m. and when I get home after everyone leaves the gym, I'm going to take a nap. So now you're sacrificing your loved ones because you're not spending time with them. And when I wake up, I'm probably going to train again. And then I'm going to have dinner. And then I'm going to bed. And I'm going to do that every single day.
He's literally saying this. He's like, that might mean that, let's say for me, he's like, I might spend hours training at practice, come home, take a nap because I'm tired. So that means I'm not spending time with my woman. I'm taking a nap. And then, I'm not spending quality time with her. I'm sleeping. And then after my nap, I might go back to work. And this and that and the third, and it's like after that, come home and go straight to sleep.
Yeah.
So it's like he was emphasizing how it's like all of that is postponing what his family. I'm not serving my family. I'm not doing shit with my family. I'm dedicated to my craft. He's basically saying like that's what it takes to be great, year after year after year. Anyway. And so going back to when I talk about selfishness, it's all the same shit. It's like focus on your goals. And so, nigga, that's the greatest way a nigga could show love. That's the ultimate love he could show. Now he's put his family in an amazing position for generations.
Yeah.
So it's like, I think so many niggas are just feminized and have this feminized mentality. So when I even hear shit like, how do I show her some love and affection? Nigga, conquer shit. Chase this bag. Not literally to where it's like you obsessed about the bag, but indirectly it's like, to that bag.
Yeah.
I know y'all mentioned watching the Black Phillip show growing up. What are some of the things you guys took away from that pod?
I've said it in previous podcasts, but I remember when I was watching those episodes, I was transitioning out of a previous relationship, and watching that, it made me realize why I shouldn't be in this relationship, and it gave me the sense of approval that I couldn't find within myself, and watching it and hearing other men's perspectives and other women's perspectives that they had on the show, it made me just approve that I'm doing the right thing for myself. And when you're actually in it, it's probably how that nigga George feels of like, I don't think I'm doing the right thing by leaving this person, but nigga, he's just lost in whatever the sauce is. But maybe he needs to watch that show.
He said whatever the sauce is.
But that was basically the big thing and why it was so critical for me, because that relationship was a very big part of my life, and doing that, it just transitioned me and propelled me to a whole another stratosphere into life once I got out of that mental hurdle of being in that relationship. That was
was there something specific he was saying that made you realize like I shouldn't be in this situation?
I think just the way that that Patrician, what was the big light skin name? I forget his name. But the way that they just looked at relationships and how their relationship dynamics, how they would explain it, it's just I guess you could say I had admired the way that they conduct their relationships, and it was in a way of they know how to be an quote unquote asshole, but in a likable way, or like in a not a playful way, but like in a way to where it's like he's not that bad of a guy. It's like he has his ways. He's not that bad of a guy. But yeah, that was a big pillar in that show. And Dame, two big pillars.
Nah, he definitely. I think the main thing in this, I always talk about it, is like this whole idea of just your happiness is paramount, selfishness. It's like however you want to frame it, but it's like that's really the secret. How do you get this program? How do you this and that? It's like, bro, you have. How do you want it? And just live it like that. That's simple.
I would suggest everybody go check that out.
Yeah, the Black Phillip Show, great podcast. find their episodes on YouTube. They're like 3 hours long, so they're lengthy. I think it's like probably 12 or 13 episodes. But another one, this kind of touches on kind of the same thing you just said. But is there anyone that changed your perspective on life?
Like I said, Dame and Dame in terms of like
Boss mentality?
the boss and the cutthroat mentality, not like tolerating no bullshit. And then, because Dame touches on relationships, but I don't agree with everything he says about relationships. But he, not to take away from him, but I like the way that the Black Phillip show approaches how they categorize their relationships and all that type of shit. But those two, definitely those two was big.
Yeah, they definitely were big. But even for me, like, they were big, but kind of like when I even listened to it, like, living the experience to me, experience really is the best teacher. A nigga can tell you this, that, and the third, but when you really start to experience that shit in the flesh, you really see firsthand.
And see, I think the thing with them is, and I'm pretty sure you can agree, the lessons or the things that they were trying to teach, niggas experimented.
That's us.
Like
That's us.
saying about women, I experimented.
That's us.
You know, like they did
That's us.
Day, the boss type mentality.
Let's go.
Experimented with it and liked it or did it or not. But all the shit that we're saying is like, bro, don't let this shit just go in here and out the other. It's like, you gotta live life. And it's like the situations niggas is bringing up, the situations Zebra J brings up, it's like, oh, I'm about to go into this situation. Okay, I really just have said this and that. Okay, let me try to be my authentic self, but still have this in the back of my mind. How this might be the way this bitch might play this, so I gotta have you can a rebuttal to it.
Yeah.
But
a lot of shit too, I always felt. I just couldn't necessarily articulate it, but it's like a lot of shit I always felt. I remember early, I think we might have spoken this, but it's like, I never was the type of nigga, and I remember niggas used to always do this when I was younger, but it's like, I'm not the nigga that's sending bitches good morning texts. I remember saying this so early when I first got a phone, like, in my gut, and I just always knew, and it goes back to just living, your happiness is paramount, and just doing what you want to do, but it's like, in my gut, I always knew, like, nobody wants to say good morning every single day.
Yeah, not every day.
The reason they do that is because they're basically pandering to the girl. It's like, I'm gonna do this because I think you want me to do it. I think you want me to do it, so I'm gonna do it. But it's not genuine. It's not like I want to just.
So you might as well not even do it.
So there's so many little things, kind of like with that, where it was always in me of like, bro, I can't do shit that I don't want to do. I just remember always being like that. I remember seeing cousins, man, they just had pointless combos with bitches. What you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Oh, okay. What you doing? Nothing. What you doing? Watching TV? Like, and obviously we're young. I just always look at shit like that and like all this shit is pointless.
Were you ever in a situation when you were younger dealing with women where you might have did something that you maybe didn't want to do or to try to pander to them a little bit and it ended up backfiring on you?
Honestly, I can't really think of it. I don't. Say, what's your opinion on women and how they take care of their core? Would you be turned off if there's a bad bitch that you're trying to knock? Would you see that her core is busted or dirty as fuck?
I don't fuck with a bitch drive, really. Yeah, I don't give a fuck with a bitch drive. And 9 times out of 10, it's like, I'm gonna pick you up when you're driving my shit. It's like, but that don't mean nothing. Niggas can get hit and beat her. I don't look to now. I care about what's inside the car. So it's like, if this shit is just trashy and junky, hella fast food, hella bottle cans, napkins, that's just nasty. And that's a big representation of you feel me? Nasty and just like not clean, don't take care of her. If her car is dirty, just imagine a room. I hate a bitch with a dirty room, a dirty bathroom, just out of pocket. It's like, bitch, clean yourself up. And it's like,
You said just out of pocket.
Some things is like, bitch, who raised you?
It's like with T. She didn't have a father.
Don't got a mother either, clearly.
But I see. This is my thing. I've never tried to I've never looked for a girlfriend. Like I've never met a girl and like. So nigga, my whole thing is like I've never cared about anything because I'm not looking to take her serious. I don't care. Like, oh, she got a dirty car. I don't care. You're just some fun time. Yeah. Like, I'm not coming in looking to be her boyfriend. I'm looking for a girlfriend. And that's why, like I say this, like, it's always been something where a bitch gotta distinguish herself to me. She gotta make me want to fuck with her. You know what I'm saying?
Just
like,
a dirty Corbin.
Nah, it's definitely internal, but it ain't like a deal breaker. Like, I could never fuck. Like,
You'll still fuck.
I could even be with a bitch who that's not like a deal breaker. Now, if a bitch was nigga like cracky,
That's hygiene, though. He got think.
But nah, yeah, I could look past that.
Could you fuck with a girl? Let's just say you at Starbucks, you chilling, boom, or a girl's chilling, boom. You go to her, you get her number, boom, 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 whatever. You find out she's homeless. She just lives in a car. Is that
sad? That's sad. What it is? I still fuck. I gotta see what the homeless feel like. I remember speaking of dirty bitches. I was dirty.
Takes the handoff here, looking to throw it.
She one of them IG bitches.
yeah?
That bitch, I remember I went to her. It was her bathroom specifically. That shit was one of the nastiest I've ever experienced. That shit was crazy.
And typically, bitches clean up before they have company.
That shit was nasty.
But you're telling me your kid right now is in a dirty household without no?
No. The kid is not existing. Oh yeah, for the people at home, go home and think I got a kid out here. I just use it as a joke. But yeah, that bitch was
Yeah.
nasty. That was actually one of the questions. He was like, "Said, how close were you to having a kid?" I've gotten 2 bitches pregnant. I think that's spooky. I got 2 bitches pregnant. Thank God he had the kid. Now they didn't get abortions. Those speaking. One of them had an ectopic pregnancy, which basically means kids usually they grow in the they go through the fallopian tube, and then they grow, I think, in like when they get the ovaries. I don't know. But long story short, it's like the kid got stuck in the tube, and so nigga, it was just the kid didn't make it right then. Then the other person that got pregnant, it was like a miscarriage.
Natural causes, nigga.
And both of them,
You can't blame her for nothing. It was natural causes.
Thank God.
It was life.
And both of them was around the same time period. Oh, that was sad.
Man.
Different baby moms. It would have been ugly. One of the
That is
bitches,
crazy lifestyle.
one of the bitches was like an Instagram bitch, so imagine like an Instagram model type bitch. The other bitch was just a regular little college bitch. Thank God. That didn't go through. It's tragic. But yeah, those ever since then, I don't even play around inside the box. I don't play no games. I said to God, I don't play no games. Ooh, this is another good one. How to be in a relationship in today's society with women being influenced by TikTok and Twitter.
Those things can't even be a factor if they're not influenced by whether they're removed from it or their influences or something.
They're influenced by something else,
like a bigger entity, whether that be biblical or religious, or just whatever your relationship is of like.
That's never been an issue in any of your previous relationships? Like a girl that's a TikTok or Twitter or IG, like
the only thing that I could see, I mean, not in my personal life, but I could see, like, when we interview girls and talk to girls, it's like I could see, but even then, it's like I'm not even on the social media shit too much to even see, but I could see how some of these girls, they talk, and it's like a lot of girls talk this certain way, so it's like maybe this is like what's going on social media. Girls are
this was
they're just talking to dudes as if like they're talking to girls. It's just weird.
But that's why all you can do is just watch your life. Like that's really the only solution.
Yeah, and don't even deal with stupid girls.
This is another one. How do y'all balance the love and lust game in your relationship? Like you spoke on how lust can be a key to keeping that spark alive, and how things can fizzle out when that lust dips. I've been with my girl for nearly 6 years, always keeping her guessing. Staying short. Some folks lean on that mysterious vibe to keep
He
things
said,
spicy,
"Oh, he
but that
said
act
short."
wears thin after a while. At the end of the day, it's all about respect, leading right, and sticking up to my core principles that make things work. I'm trying to see how y'all both keep it play it every day. Plus, like that was a good question.
I like that one.
How you balance the love and the lesson?
The love is just, you feel me, just my genuine character, and then the lust is just, you feel me, the shit that I know that has to happen.
Just drop it all.
You feel me, the shit that I know that got to happen, and it's like, nigga, I remember I said in the previous podcast, but nigga, every night, nigga, I drop shit off, and it's like, I'll just leave. I just leave, and then it's like, there's a sense of like,
One night stand vibe.
yes, that's exactly, because it's like, you gotta have it all. If you're in a real long-lasting relationship, you gotta do it all.
He said he's 6 years deep. I'm almost at 3 years. How long is you at? I'm at like 2.5.
I'm officially at 6 now.
How much? So yeah, he's been as long as you.
But yeah, you gotta do a whole lot of. Now you don't gotta do a whole lot of shit because
Give me that.
Like, I don't do too much.
Come on.
You know, we're dressing up as nurses, and I'm her patient. I need CPR. I ain't doing all that yet. But you know, some of the shit. I think removing yourself not constantly, but just removing yourself to where it's like
Distance makes the heart grow fonder.
yes. And it's like that. Now, hopefully, it's more on your side of. I wonder what he's doing. I should always be knowing what you're doing. But
Real talk. Yes, sir.
That's so fake. It's so fake.
Oh no.
But yeah, just removing yourself.
Distance is huge.
Distance is huge. Always being together. That shit ain't. That ain't really it. That ain't really it.
Got him.
I've gone through spurts where, you feel me, distance is a long period of time, and then I've gone through spurts of close a long period of time. So I have both perspectives, and it's like, you feel me, the being close together for a time, that shit is cool, but it's like after a while, it's like you just get annoyed, and it's like, nigga. There's only that whole saying of you can't live with them, you can't live without them. I understand it because you only can live with it for so long, and it's not even that they're just super annoying or they're trying to get on your nerves, but it's like, shut up. It's like we've been talking for days, but I need a break. So it's like, that's when it's like, you gotta do the mental game of like, I know, you know, I need to remove myself next couple hours, I need to lay low, and it's like, man, you can't always give that dick what you want that dick. You feel me? So it's like, man, I don't give pussy, I give out dick. You gotta have that mentality on this long-lasting relationship. You gotta
That
give
was
dick.
crazy.
You don't give pussy. I don't give pussy, I give dick. That means I give it when I want to give it. Whether you want it or not, I give it when I want to give it.
I definitely agree with the distance is the key element that can keep that list alive.
And the roller coaster. I was recently just me and my girl went up to dinner the other day, and it's like, bro, that roller coaster.
What's the roller coaster?
Nigga, the roller coaster. If you listen to there's a Wale song, and that nigga Seinfeld's on the intro of it. He was talking about marriage, but marriage, long lasting relationship, whatever I'm saying. But he was like, marriage, long lasting relationship, it's like a roller coaster. So it keeps going up. Then eventually that motherfucker go down.
At some
and then it goes
point,
up and down. Now, I also look at life like that. Like, life got, you feel me, in turtles.
Facts.
Niggas get that YouTube channel deleted. Okay, we're on the down. Oh, now we're building it back up. And then something's gonna happen and it's gonna go down. But with relationships, it's like, women, that whole not to say it's boring, but that whole peaceful life, and
You gotta create a little drama.
you got to, bro. Swear to God, I make it my life's purpose. My girl gotta cry, bro. Swear to God, bro. Once
Drunk.
a month, once every 2 weeks.
My life purpose. This bitch is crying daily. This bitch needs to cry.
It gotta happen, bro, because it's like, and it's like they also need that shit. Or else you're just like
Character
you're
development.
this guy, but it's like
Need to cry.
this nigga don't excite me. He don't move me in no way. Okay, sure, bitch.
He said for sure.
Nigga,
But not crying in in a traumatized way. You know?
crying because you ain't answering that phone.
Yeah.
Bitch, don't worry where I'm at. Bitch, I'm out. I'm out cheating, bitch. Let me cheat it. Like, how toxic can we get where niggas start going, alright, listen. Get out of here.
Yo.
Oh, this is another good question. They come with questions. How do you get a girl to be okay with doing something that you want to be okay with them doing?
Double standards. If she want to bring up some double standard shit, I believe in double standards. You can't do what I do.
Talk, bitch.
You feel me? I'm not gonna do what you do. You
Bitch,
feel me?
I do what I want to do. Yeah.
LG, you can do what I do. And if you want to do what I do,
I'm dead on me.
you want to be a nigga, and I don't want to be with a nigga. I want to
Dead on me.
always.
It really just comes down to, like, nigga, it's not even complicated. Like, this was actually an amazing example, like, live in the flesh. But you remember it went viral on Twitter. That video was Illuminati hella long ago.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I'm just being straightforward. It's not that deep. Like, I still like you. I just don't want to cuff right now. I'm not in a position.
Oh my God.
Like, you shouldn't get mad if I'm talking to other females because you're not my fucking girl.
So if I was doing the same thing, you wouldn't give a fuck.
You cut off. For sure, for sure.
Okay, but then I have to deal with it.
Absolutely.
I should pop it on the screen.
He said absolutely.
They're returning from inside the
Yeah,
10-yard
you can't
line.
talk to other people. She's like, oh, but you gonna talk to other people? Like, yeah. She's like, but if I talk to someone else, you gonna drop me? Absolutely. Like, it's literally that simple. Like, nigga, it's just that I'm gonna do this, and bitch, you can't do that. Like, it's not complicated. It's like, I think a lot of times niggas want, like, what do I gotta hit her with? What's the secret formula? What's the manipulation line that I gotta hit her with to cross her out? Niggas score that bucket, and it's like, it ain't.
They didn't even let me run.
Literally, you can't do that. Oh, but you did. Yeah, I know. And if you're not cool with that, cool. We're not compatible. That's simple. You can't be on social media, but you gotta. I know I do. And you can't if you want to be with me. Oh, you want to have one? Oh, good. We're not compatible. That's it. And it's always like, nigga, going back to like I said, if you can't lead a bitch, you can't keep the bitch.
It's your program.
You have to be willing to leave. Like me, if you do that, I won't fuck with you. It ain't even complicated. It's not like it's like, how do bitches have relationships where they're posting bikini pictures, but they nigga can't like a bikini picture? Because she just stands on that. It's different when I do it. You hear bitches say that all the time. It's different when I do it. Bitches, and then that's another thing. Bitch, I ain't explaining myself. Bitch, just because I said so.